Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com, wrapping up judging on day 2 here at the Tampa Pro. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals, joined by Tampa local, my man, Big Mike Cox. That's his real name.
Yes, it is.
For the doubters out there. So we had the remaining divisions left today that were judged were fitness, wellness, bikini, and of course open bodybuilding. I know a lot of you guys only care about the open bodybuilding, so I'm going to start with that. Why not? So this was a very highly anticipated pro debut for the son of the legendary Lee Labrada, Hunter Labrada. Did he deliver on this? Tremendous expectations on this young guy's head.
This close. He was maybe a shade off from the pictures online. Again, pictures online don't equate to what's on stage. He's got so much muscle. I didn't realize for a young kid, he's so thick, striations in his triceps, quads are cross-striated, waist stayed tight. He's got a lot of muscle. I didn't realize how big he was. That really caught me off guard. The condition was good. It wasn't great. It's probably good enough to win. But I was very impressed, man. Like when he walked out, it's just the size. This is Lee Labrada, like version 2.0.
He has the same shape and structure as Lee. Basically.
Exactly the same.
Facially, it's eerie, the resemblance, like a clone.
Got his mom's height, though. Like she's like 5'10", and that is a perfect combination, man. This kid, you know, the expectations were, you know, he lived up to them. He really did.
Of course, the other man that everyone had their eye on today was Canada's Ian Valliere. Where did Ian? I saw Ian overtaking him in a couple areas. The back shots, Ian's back is much, much thicker, rugged, dense, detailed. Condition, Ian's was dry. He had that grainy, which he's known for. I've really never seen Ian even a bit off that condition. If I had to be nitpicky, and you pointed it out to me too, his tan, his color was just not dark enough. And it's little things like that. When you're close with somebody, it can come down to something like you're not dark, your tan wasn't on right. Assessment of Ian Valliere today, Mike.
He stood next to Hunter fine. He's big, he's got a small waist, brought his chest up. Pose for pose, there are certain poses Ian wins, certain poses Hunter wins. Like you said, from the back, Ian's back's better. His legs are just so big. He's got cross-striated quads, but the color, it's just that was it. It's not a perfect score for Hunter by any means. Right. I'm sure Ian got some first place votes. He looked good. He looked fantastic. He lived up to what we expected of him. It's just wasn't good enough to beat Hunter. That tan thing, man, is just at this level. You know, like I said, we're nitpicking, but that was obviously stood out when he was on stage. But the physique-wise, he brought everything that we thought he was going to. And
the judges brought them both out again after all the call-outs because clearly they're very, very close. Right. We're not sure how this is going to go down. We'll find out in a couple hours. Geez, the final's starting an hour and a half from now. Surprise of this show for me today in the open men was this Dwayne Walker from, where was he from?
I don't know where he's from.
Wherever he's from, he's damn good. Pembroke Pines, Florida. Yeah. You know, and Bo Lewis was sitting here, and he knew him because I think he said he competed with him as a 212 last year.
Here at Puerto Rico, it's 212.
So I think he said he's only 220. And, you know, you're up against some monsters here. That's guts. But, man, we were both drawn, our eyes were drawn to this guy. We're like, how do we not know who this guy is? I mean, very complete physique, not missing anything, beautiful shape, condition was on point. You know,
he had the best upper body of all those guys. He was not only like conditioned, he was detailed to the chest. He had striations to his chest. If he had bigger legs, we would be talking about somebody else winning the show. Yeah. His upper body was just phenomenal. This kid, I say kid because I'm old, but
they're all kids.
They're all kids, dude. I don't know where he came from. When he walked out, he was on the far edge, so your eyes aren't naturally drawn. But when you start looking at him, and I noticed the judges kept looking at him, and he was in that first call. I mean, he deserved it, and you know, if a few things would have went, maybe his way, he may have turned out differently, but he came out and just shook everybody. He's going to be he's the future, man.
I mean, I heard some people around us, I won't say who, but a couple of people had him in second.
Yeah.
And, you could make the argument.
Yeah.
Other good guys in that. The first call out, guy named Ron Gordon. Seen him a few times before. Condition, great. Structure. Personally, I think he needs to really fill out a little bit more. To me, size-wise, he doesn't quite match up with these guys. Beautiful physique, don't get me wrong, but I was kind of scratching my head when he was in that first call out.
If he could fill his frame out, he's going to be dangerous, but he's got such wide shoulders, and he looks a little bit taller, that he's still got to keep filling out.
It's a big frame.
It's a huge frame, but he's got that classic side chest where he does the vacuum. Shoulders are on point, chest is full, but he just has to keep growing, you know what I mean? And there's some freaks in the show, obviously, you know what I mean? But he stood out, small waist, great shape. Good showing for him today.
The guy I don't want to offend anybody, but I had ahead of him as far as call-outs Phil Clahar, another Florida guy. I've been impressed with Phil for a while now. Saw him at this show. I think he does it every year. He's a local guy and very impressive. Just massive, wide, thick, not missing anything, and he brought the condition today. I'm glad he actually seemed like he was getting a good look today, but I would have that guy in the top 5 for sure.
Oh, he's easily top 5. He was in shape last year, missed top 5, but he just stood out. Again, when he was standing over there before they compared him, he was like a statue. Legs are striated, small waist. He's big, you know what I mean, and hard. I would have had him maybe in 4th place. We're going to see how that works out with Ron, but I think 4th, 5th, 6th is kind of all jumbled together.
Kind of shuffle them around. Last guy we'll talk about in the opens, Dorian Haywood from Colorado. Big dude, brought the condition. He's another one could definitely be fighting for a top 5.
Dude, he's so thick, and he got drier as he kept posing. He kept getting better and better. He started moving up. They moved him and Ron around. But his back's big, huge shoulders. He's not missing anything. This may be his best condition I've seen him in. Was very impressed with him. So like I said, we'll see how it plays out tonight because the 50% of the judging is tonight as well. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But that 4th through 6th, 7th spot is wide open.
Yeah. So let's move on. So fitness, we haven't seen routines yet. At these shows, they traditionally just do the physique round for fitness during the judging, and they save the routines for the final. So, I'm an Ariel Kader fan, schmo, whatever you want to call it. So she's cute as a button. She'll probably win. She was second at the Arnold a few months ago. That's nothing against the other women. Maybe somebody could pull it out of the bag and have some kick-ass routine and beat her. I don't know. Wellness. This was the very first time we've seen wellness in the IFBB Pro League stage today. To me, this wasn't. It was a great group of women, but to me, it wasn't representative of the wellness that I've been accustomed to because I've been following it on social media for a year or two or more. And, I'm used to seeing the really big, thick thighs, thick quads, hams, glutes, really powerful lower bodies. And I didn't really see anybody with that look today I think there was about 8 of them.
Yeah, I have no clue how to judge this whatsoever. I'm clueless. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. The thing is, the girls out in Brazil are a different level of wellness. Yeah. These are like girls that maybe are in bikini, don't want to suck down anymore. Doing bikini, so it's going to be a lot of growing pains for this class. It'll take a couple years.
I called today Bikini Plus.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just the one girl I thought was going to win was on the outside. So we'll see. The 2 dark-haired girls are probably 1st and 2nd. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking to Johnny Styles out in the lobby for a minute. Johnny is a huge proponent of wellness. He promotes and follows a lot of the top ones. He said a big issue with this was Brazil can't travel to the U.S. right now. And, luckily for these women, because
if those girls from Brazil come up here, it's just a wrap.
They're no joke, guys. No. So, and again, it's not disrespect. Bravo for these girls for trying a brand new division. It takes a lot of guts. And Hector's showing me. What are you showing me? I don't even know. Okay. Okay. So there was an NPC show with this today as well. So Bikini, we saw Erin Stern. I just want to mention this up front because she's a 2-time Olympia champion. Came back at the age of 40 in a different division. I thought she looked pretty damn good. Didn't make first call out. I think she was in second.
Second call out. She looked fantastic. The way she changed her physique from figure to this is, you got to downsize. You got to lose muscle. But she lost some muscle. Was in good condition. The posing was good. From what I can tell, I'm not an expert in bikini poses, but she looked great. I thought first call out. All these girls are close, man.
So I'm saying we were saying 3rd and 4th call out in bikini, as far as we're concerned, looks just as good as the 1st and 2nd groups. I don't know how to me, that would be the toughest thing to judge. They all look friggin' phenomenal. Yeah. What are you going to do? So it looked to us, based on the call-outs and where they were placing people, it's going to come down to 3 women, most likely Jennifer Dory from Canada, who was 5th at the Olympia. Jennifer Ronzetti is also another woman who's always up there at the Olympia and the Arnold. And another one, Romina Basualdo. They all look fantastic, all gorgeous, so I don't know what these judges are going to do. Good luck.
Yeah, no clue. I think, based on the fact that Jennifer was 5th at the O, she's kind of the top dog going in. But they did bring the top 2 girls out, so flip a coin. We'll see what happens.
I do like the curly hair. I'll tell you that. So that's it. We're going to be back in. Oh, did we not do figure? Who's a front runner in figure?
I don't know, but they were jacked.
Yeah.
They were these figure girls are just humongous now, man. Their conditions are getting crazy. The one girl has trice in her quads. Yeah. So I totally forgot who did that. But they looked phenomenal.
I'm blanking, guys. I'm so sorry. Figure, we'll get to that later. We'll talk about the winners and everything. But, we were so focused on open men today. Yeah. we're going to be back very, very shortly.
A little bit.
It's not much of a break between. So please check out all the coverage. We have still photos up, a gallery on musculardevelopment.com. We have all kinds of interviews, posing routines, different things up on the YouTube channel of ours, Muscular Development. We also encourage those of you, we want to help out Tim Gardner because he pulled off an amazing job just even having this show today. So there is a live stream. You still have time to order the live stream for the finals, and that is tonight. Go to timgardnerproductions.com. Okay, figure. Okay, so figure. I circled 3 names, and most likely the one that's the front runner. Sandra Grajales, who was 10th at the Olympia last year. Latoya Farley was in that first group in the middle, as well as Donya Jackson. Yeah, they all looked splitting hairs. They all had phenomenal figure physiques with the capped shoulders and a little waist and all that good stuff. Yeah, they do have striated glutes in figure, so don't think these girls don't train and get in shape. They sure do. You're gonna do figure? Okay. So that's it. Please come right back. We got the finals happening very, very soon here. Don't go anywhere. Stay on musculardevelopment.com and on the Muscular Development YouTube channel. Coverage of the Tampa Pro brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Thanks for watching.